Today is the eve of Lunar New Year and Reina is currently prepping to go over to her parents' place for reunion dinner, and she decided that before she went, she would prepare something to bring over. So since she has recently picked up the flower arrangement skill, she has decided to try to arrange a bouquet for her mother as a gift to welcome in the new year. And I think Reina is very much looking forward to spending the eve of Lunar New Year with her family. And on top of the flower arranging, she has decided to also bake something to bring over as well. So she's making some peach cobbler. Peach cobbler isn't really like a traditional food, but she figured that any dessert will do, and she was really feeling like having some peach cobbler, and she happened to have the ingredients in her fridge, so she decided to bake that instead. So in order to prep, I'm going to put the peach cobbler into her inventory. I'm also going to get her to add a vase. Let's add a bird nest vase. Actually, it doesn't look very nice, so let's add a pink glitter vase maybe. Actually, that looks kind of not bad, but still a little bit too pink. We're looking for something that would look good in her parents' house. Maybe a white gold vase. Actually, that looks quite nice. Okay, and then we're going to get Reina to put that into her inventory as well. And with that, it's almost time for us to go to our parents' place, so let's go and get ready for that. So in order to get ready, we're going to just take a nice thoughtful shower maybe, and we're also going to be changing Reina's outfit into something new that she bought when she went out shopping. Sometime, let's just pretend that she went out shopping at some point and she bought some new clothes, because it is customary to wear new clothes during Chinese New Year. So that we have it, Reina is looking pretty lovely in her new outfit. She still likes to wear black and white a lot, but because black is considered a unlucky color, she kept the black to a minimum and focused on wearing white instead. She doesn't really like wearing red, so she passed up on that. She was thinking that maybe one day she will try more colors, but as for now, she still feels the most comfortable in colors that she thinks she looks good in, and that would be black and white. So we're going to allow her to do whatever she wants, and now we're going to head over to her parents' apartment now. Okay, Reina has just arrived at the Gong family apartment. She is now gifting her mother the arrangement that she has created, and she is also gifting her mother the peach cobbler that she has baked. So her mom has just placed that on the kitchen counter because it is time for hot pot right now. And you would have noticed that Inni is also here with us, because Inni actually is back alone and his family is still overseas, so he has been invited by Reina's family to come and spend New Year's Eve together. Inni is pretty much family at this point. Either way, we're going to get everybody to gather around for hot pot now, which is the tradition for most New Year's Eve meals. So let's get Reina to get everyone to eat sukiyaki together. The sukiyaki is being cooked right now. This is such a cozy family meal situation. It looks really nice. And I like how Reina and Inni ended up sitting together as well. I think they're really lucky. Like, Inni just came back and they've gotten so many chances of meeting each other throughout the couple of days that he's been back. Oh, they shifted seats just to get some hot pot. But everyone's having some sukiyaki now, which is really nice. I would love for the hot pot meal to be more Chinese, but I would settle for sukiyaki because there's a lot of sliced sukiyaki meat in our traditional like hot pot meals. Anyways, it's thundering so bad in the world, but it's so cozy because you're spending it with family. Honestly, I'm really shocked that this reunion dinner is going so well. I think I'm gonna get Reina to go to the bathroom, excuse herself for a little bit, because she's feeling a little bit like she needs the bathroom. And I think everybody needs to kind of digest a little bit because it is time for desserts next. Maybe we'll get Reina to call to meal. Even though everybody is quite full, I think Reina would love to have everybody enjoy a little bit of Reina's peach cobbler. Everyone's just having some sort of conversation here and there, and Reina's having peach cobbler on her own. That's fine too. The men are having their own conversation at the counter, which is fine. I think Inni is currently telling Renwu about his life overseas, his university life, just catching up with an old friend, because I imagine Renwu is like a nice uncle to Ini, and they've definitely missed each other to a certain amount. And Renwu didn't really get to talk to Ini as much when he first came back and dropped by for a surprise just a couple of days ago. I think it's been quite a nice evening so far. We haven't really had a grand meal, but I want to check this off because we did have a good meal. And then because it is part of the tradition, we're going to hug our parent, so we're going to go hug our father. We do want to do a countdown though to midnight, which is actually coming soon, so we could use the TV in Reina's room. Ooh, we haven't been in Reina's room, right? This is the room where teenage Reina grew up in. So it's kind of empty, but she still left quite a little bit of stuff behind. Okay, I'm not sure if everybody is going to make it, but Reina is currently counting down in her own room now. The rest of the family is currently making their way upstairs. They might not make it though. Ooh! It is New Year's! We haven't given our mom a hug yet, so let's do that. Let's give our mother a nice hug while in Wei Xiang's room. And that pretty much concludes the entirety of our reunion dinner festivities. I think Reina and Wei Xiang and Ini are going to head home now. Reina and Wei Xiang do have to head over to their grandmother's place along with their parents for Chinese New Year visiting to go greet their grandmother for the new year. Before that though, I imagine that Reina's mom is going to give Reina her Chinese New Year red packets, so let's give Reina some simoleons. I'm going to have Reina receive 1,000 1,000 simoleons from Hui Qing as her Chinese New Year red packet, and Reina is definitely feeling really good about that. Let's go get Hui Qing to give that to Wei Xiang too. Oh, maybe we could get Renwu to gift the same amount of money to Wei Xiang as well. And yeah, so both of them has gotten their red packets. I'm gonna go get Hui Qing to give Ini a red packet too. Ini is a guest and also of the younger generation, so Hui Qing is going to give Ini 1,000 simoleons as well. And that is their gift to Ini for this New Year's. And I think with that, we are going to go home now. It's quite late. We do have to go home and rest up because tomorrow morning we're going over to our grandmother's place to wish her a happy new year and spend some time with our grandmother that we don't see often because she lives all the way in Willow Creek. Good morning everybody, it is Lunar New Year day 1 now. We're going to go get Reina to use the toilet, brush her teeth a little bit, and then change into her outfit. Another one of her new outfits, which is going to be this one right here. Look at how good she looks. It's definitely going to be a white one since she likes to wear white and black. Again, she's thinking of doing something for her grandma, something nice as well. So maybe we could go for some cheesecake brownies this time. Don't these squares look so yummy? Wow. Anyways, we're going to put that into Reina's inventory once again, and we're going to head out right now. It is quite a nice day in Willow Creek, and this is the house that Reina's grandmother, Reina's maternal grandmother to be exact, shares with Hui Qing's sister, Reina's aunt, and her family. So in this house there are 3 generations living all under one roof. Reina doesn't really have the opportunity to hang out with this part of her family that much, but she does really like her grandmother. This is the only grandmother that she has left, and the rest of her grandparents has all passed. So one of the best times that Reina can actually come over to meet with her maternal relatives is when Lunar New Year comes around. And actually, if Reina is being honest, that's about as much family time as she can handle for a year. Reina's not going to meet them much, but they are still Reina's family, so let me introduce you to Reina's grandmother. Her name is Su Hongying. So as her name suggests, Reina's mother Hui Qing used to have the surname Su before she married Renwu and changed her surname to Gong. I thought that was a very nice way to kind of give more homage to Hui Qing's family as well, because we do call this the Gong legacy, but Hui Qing is not a Gong by blood. And this woman over here is Hui Qing's sister, Hui Qing's younger sister actually. Her name is Huang Hui Zhen. She does look a little bit older because she hasn't been as successful in life as Hui Qing has been with all her fame and wealth and stuff. Hui Zhen here is more of the run-of-the-mill mother who raises 2 kids, and this man over here is Hui Zhen's husband. His name is Huang Zhangquan. They all live under this roof with Hui Zhen's mother, Hui Qing's mother. They're here to take care of the mother, and also because it is a house that's quite big for just one old lady. We do have two cousins over here. I might as well just introduce you to them right now. This is Reina's teenage cousin. We can't really see him behind the computer right now, but his name is Huang Junwei. And his little brother, I'm also using the computer right now. This is Huang Junyang. Okie dokie, we're now in the very small kitchen in the house, and we're just having some food. Instead of hot pot as they usually do, I think this family has opted to do more of a barbecue / platter thingy. So Hui Zhen has actually went ahead and grilled some vegetables and some fish with rice. They're just having fun with food a little bit and not just going super traditional this time. And they're serving it buffet style because this house is often very small and it's very hard to get everybody to sit together to eat, but we are still going to try. So Reina and her dad and her grandma are just all sitting at the table trying to eat, and they're going to do it fast because other people do have to use the seats as well. There's also a ton of dirty plates, so I'm gonna get Rui Xiang to also help out around the house and try to clean up a little bit so that more people have space to eat as well. Hui Zhen is here with a huge pile of plates, just clearing away everything that has accumulated from all of the feasting that has happened. It's not really the best house in which to have like a huge family gather. It's very hard to have a collective conversation, so it ended up being the Gongs hanging out together and then the rest of them hanging out on their own as well, which is kind of sad, but it actually happens a lot. Reina is, however, trying her best and trying to establish a little bit of a relationship with her cousins. The last time she saw this cousin, he was still really young, so he doesn't really know Reina and the rest of the family very well yet, so she's just hanging out and trying to talk to him and seeing if he would be a cool little buddy to hang out with whenever, you know, the cousins get together during Chinese New Year like this. Rui Xiang is just talking to his dad though about like work and work gossip, things like that. I think that's all he's gonna say. He's not really interested in talking to his little cousin, but I guess he could at least introduce himself. And Reina's grandmother has taken out the brownies that Reina has just given her grandmother, and her grandmother is going to start calling everybody to meal to get them all to enjoy the cheesecake brownies that Reina has baked for everybody. Rui Xiang seems to be enjoying it, and I think Reina's grandmother is also kind of enjoying it as well. It just looks so nice. I bet Reina is a really good baker even though she's like kind of new. Oh, and here's Reina's other cousin that she hasn't actually really talked to much at all, so let's just say hi to him right now. He's a teenager, so he's just going through teenage life right now. They're definitely a little bit older, Rui Xiang and Reina both. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get any of these done, but we definitely did do the grand meal, so I'm ticking that off. I would love to play cards, but we don't have that kind of mechanism here, so I'm not sure if the traditions are going to be fully fulfilled because this family does not have a card table. Nor do they have like drinking things or anything like that. No fireworks as well. That's all very sad. But maybe we can go get some fireworks. Okay, while they're talking, I have gotten my hands on some of the fireworks, so maybe we can get all the cousins to light the fireworks together. Okay, oh! Ooh! Oh, it's working! Oh my god, look at that! Yay! It worked! We have fireworks! Oops, the house is... Oh, that is nice. Yay, it worked out really well. Oh, we exhausted all the fireworks. Okay, that was fun. I think Reina is really happy with herself. But that being said, it's quite late now, so before everybody forgets, let's get Reina's grandmother to gift some simoleons to Reina and Rui Xiang as well. So grandmother is going to give 100 simoleons each, and the same will go for Hui Zhen as well. Hui Zhen, our aunt, is going to also give us 100 simoleons each. And with that, Reina is going to go home now because Reina is very tired. She woke up really early today for the festivities, so she's just going to say goodbye now. And Reina is now back home. She's going to do some laundry now. She really likes keeping up with like laundry and house chores just so that everything doesn't bubble over her head. And she's also going to take a relaxing bath with milk, honey and oatmeal soak, and that's going to help her relax after a very tiring day of spending lots of time with lots of family members. Okay, good morning. It is Lunar New Year day 2 and Reina has just woken up. She has just watered her plants, harvested her flowers. She's going to make herself a nice breakfast of avocado kale salad, and she's thinking of taking today a little bit slower. Not that it's gonna be slow though. She does plan to go over and visit her friend's family, so she's definitely going to go to Dan Hong's place and Xiao Yu's place and spend the New Year's with her friends as well, because that's fun and she does that every single year and she's not going to stop anytime soon. And unlike how she usually does it, she's not going to prepare anything to visit her friend's family's home. Instead, she's just going to change into a nice outfit. It's definitely one that she's been in before, but it doesn't matter. It's already day 2 and her new clothes has been exhausted. She doesn't really like to buy that many new clothes. It's kind of meaningless to her because she has everything she needs really. So she's going to be dressed in this one again, and she's going to just dry her laundry, make sure her laundry is doing well, and then she's going to go out now. So first up, we're going to Dan Hong's place first. Xiao Yu is here too because they usually do this together as an activity, so they do go to each other's houses. This year they're going to start with Dan Hong's house first, so we're going to go knock on Dan Hong's door right now. So this is uncle right here. This is Dan Hong's father. His name is Shao Xiquan. He's actually quite a good friend of Reina's dad. This is Shao Anyun, and this is Dan Hong's mother. She's also another very elegant lady because Dan Hong is obviously from a more well-to-do family, so that's why they live in a very big apartment. So Reina and Xiao Yu are now wishing the family a very happy new year, and everybody's just hanging out with everyone, which is kind of fun and cute and nice, and they're just having a conversation. They don't actually plan on staying here for too long. They're just here to wish their elders a happy new year, to be fair. So we're going to get Dan Hong's father to give to the two girls their red packets, and that is going to be it for their visit to Dan Hong's family. It's very brief, and with this they're all going to start going over to Xiao Yu's place now. And we're here at Xiao Yu's home right now. I haven't actually mentioned this before, but this is actually the apartment that is right next door to Reina's family's apartment over here. That is why Xiao Yu's apartment is the next destination to go to, because it's easier to move from Dan Hong's to Xiao Yu's to Reina's, or to Dan Hong's to Reina's to Xiao Yu, either way, because Xiao Yu and Reina has been neighbors for a very long time, and that also means that Xiao Yu's parents are Lily and Victor Feng. I didn't actually end up giving them Chinese names since they came in the game with English names. Perhaps they are just people who prefer to have English names, perhaps, but Xiao Yu did get a Chinese name, which is fine. We prefer Chinese names here anyways. So everybody is just heading over to the living room to sit down and just hang out. I imagine that Victor and Lily Feng aren't the nicest of people and Xiao Yu has had a very tough childhood living in her parents' shadow, since Victor is a politician and Lily is a tiger mom, I imagine. So Xiao Yu has never been really happy with the whole at home situation, but in terms of politeness and it being Lunar New Year, I think they're all just at least making sure that they show respect and visit each other's parents during the Lunar New Year to just, spread cheer and be a part of it. I think we're also going to be very, very brief with the whole thing, and the parents are going to just give some money. I imagine that they are very prideful people, so they will give 1,000 simoleons to their daughter's friends just to make sure that they don't come off as stingy or poor, I think it's time for us to go back to Reina's family home as well. So now it is time for them to just go next door and say goodbye to this pair of scary parents that Xiao Yu does have. Alright, and we are back here in the Gong family home, and Reina is here. She's going to share some photos with her mother, tell an unbelievable story as well, and Dan Hong and Xiao Yu are also here as well. They're going to just say hi to Wei Ting right now because they are nice girls and they want to talk to their elders. I think all three of the girls do share the same opinion that Reina's parents are the most easygoing out of the bunch. Like Dan Hong and Xiao Yu's parents are both a little bit scarier and stricter, and a little bit they don't want to bother with the kids, kind of. But Hui Ting has always had the time to spend with her daughter and her daughter's friends. But Hui Ting does know that the kids are not really here to enjoy her company. They're just being nice, and she would like to, you know, give them the privacy to chat about their own stuff, and she wants to, you know, at least give them their red packets before she leaves. And I think all three of the girls are going to go upstairs to Reina's room because her work here is done. So the girls are now hanging out in Reina's old room and talking, and I think I can imagine that Reina is catching the girls up with what has been happening since Ini has come back, because the girls definitely know about Ini, even if they might not have met Ini since they're high school friends, but they've definitely heard Reina talk about this guy that she sort of liked, because they've definitely talked about romance and crushes, things like that. So they're definitely very excited to hear about what has been happening, and Reina is probably just telling them that there's nothing much that has happened yet. I don't know if he feels the same way, but I do feel really happy that he's back. We're not really doing things too fast. Like, he's working and I'm doing my degree. I don't know if I should spend too much time thinking about it. If it's meant to be, it will be, but I don't want to give too much of my attention, because I don't know if the feelings that I'm feeling are remnants from the past, like nostalgic feelings, or do I really still like this guy because we haven't seen each other in so long. Who knows, maybe he's a different person. I do need more time to get to know him again. We haven't really kept in contact all these years as well, so I don't really want to make the wrong decision just because of old feelings, you know what I mean? So I think that's what Reina is catching up with her girlfriends about. Again, it's getting really late, so Reina needs to leave now. She's going to say goodbye to her parents and then leave for the night, and that's pretty much the conclusion of the Lunar New Year episode. It was very fun trying to make Chinese New Year come through in a Sims 4 gameplay style. I hope I did it justice. There were a couple of elements that would have been nice to add in, but I feel like I did it quite a bit of justice considering the amount of limitations that we have in the game, and also just pure chaos from trying to control the Sims as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and it was insightful. It's time for us to go now, so thank you so much for watching all the way to this point. If you have, I hope you guys enjoyed this very much. If you have any questions about Chinese New Year that you would like me to answer, or any comments about how I've played this so far, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And I would like to point out that this is the last video of 2022, so I will be taking a 2 weeks break off of recording videos and creating content. I will be back on the second week of January, so stay tuned for the next episode. Have a happy holidays, everybody. I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye guys!